Thank you very much. It really is fantastic to be here with all of you for the third Classic Team Lotus Garden Party. Kevin has done me the great honour. I spent quite a lot of my life being called Colin. That's the first time that Colin has been called Clive, so thank you very much for that, Kevin. So I think actually this is the best yet. They've been great the years before, but to look out to see that sea of Esprits, the family cars, incredible lineup of the current Lotus product, which is exactly what Colin would have been excited about. Those kind of cars. What he wanted to do was take Lotus up and up and up all the time. Giorgetto Giugiaro, who's here as our guest of honour, was working on the Lotus Etna. That's a car that Mike Kimberley remembers as well. And there was only one way that Colin was heading, and those cars out there, no matter what anybody else says, I know that he would have been extremely excited about those. Yes, we've got the cars from the 60s and the cars from the 70s and the wonderful Esprit, but he was always looking onwards, upwards and forwards, and I just think they're superb. And as for that paint job on the Avaya, that's just fantastic. I wonder if the 11 would look good in that. We'll give that a go, I think. But as Kevin says, the garden party is a celebration of Hazel and Colin, and this is the paradise that they created. Mum went gardening like Dad went motor racing. I say it all the time, flat out. And she worked with Trevor, who's here today for many, many years. Trevor's been with us for 30 years. And Adam is here as well today. There's just two of them. And there's also a webcam on the big oak tree there, which is one of the few trees. That's the only tree I can see that was here when Hazel and Colin bought the estate. This was all a muddy field. There weren't any other trees apart from that oak tree. They planted everything. They created the Italian garden, they built the house, they built the swimming pool, the whole caboodle. On that oak tree is a live stream cam, so hopefully people around the world are now enjoying that fantastic gathering of cars. And our VIP guests, Giorgetto Giugiaro is here, together with his son Fabrizio. They work together and as the dream team of design. They'll design anything from cars to buildings to trains.
Described quite rightly as the car designer of the century. No small accolade. Which of your wedge-shaped car designs, again from the audience, do you think is the most beautiful?
Nel 72 la Lotus.
In the 1972 the Lotus Esprit.
But again, another question from the room. Is there anything you would now change with hindsight from the original Esprit design? Anything you would change?
Coming here today and looking at all this beautiful Esprit, he realizes that actually when he designed it, it was linked to that time, and it's difficult to say what I would change to something that belongs to 50 years ago, because it's strictly related to the time when it was designed, so he would keep it as it is.
Good answer. And before you go, I'm glad you liked the tartan, and I'm glad it was your idea, because we have a little memento for you to take home for Giorgetto and Fabrizio.
Quite extraordinary. Bond is here, shaken, not stirred, and this today with our exclusive audience is very much for your eyes only.
Kit Lotus in the pool room have put on another incredible display, really exceptional, outstanding, a couple of really special 72s as well there. There's also the Rec watch, a Danish watch manufacturer, and it does incorporate part of Ayrton's Lotus 98T car. Highly recommend you having a look at that, and thank them for coming. Hazel and Colin Heritage has engaged with Reynolds Sunglasses, and Gareth and Catherine are here. They have chosen to feature Colin Chapman as their next icon of design, endeavour, and they have created the Colin Chapman sunglasses.
But when Clive showed me the photograph, he said, I love this picture, but you can't see Dad's face in it very well because there's a big reflection on the visor. Could you paint this for me and get some reference shots and so you can actually see Colin's face in it? I said, I think I can do that, but I think I can go one better. I can flip it from black and white into colour, a bit like a Wizard of Oz moment. You going to go for the reveal, Clive?
Let's do it together.
Go for the reveal. Okay, here we are. So this is Chapman overtaking Hawthorne at Woodcote, and he went on to win the race.
There we go.
So he said, let's leave it for the reveal. So this is the first time Clive has seen the completed painting in the flesh, and I hope you're pleased with it, Clive.
Brilliant. Love it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much, Gavin. And we've decided to call it Chapman Sends It. Because the look on Dad's face is, Jesus! He's really decided he's going for it. And send it, I know is a modern phrase, but that's a 1950s send it. And he went on to win the race, and yeah.
He's had a mention earlier today, and on the theme of films, I would like you please to put your hands together for Martin Donnelly. Where are you, Martin?
Myself and Lotus play quite a significant part in this new film coming out on Monday a week. He stood at the back of the car, and I hear this guy going, Martin, Martin. I went, hey, George's in the house, where's Daddy? He's here. And he says, Martin, he says, where should I be standing? This is Brad. Where should I be standing? Well, you want to stand behind the car and then walk around it, talk to it, and then come round and get in from the left-hand side. And it was very, very surreal, if you like, to hear and see Brad Pitt call it my name, you know, because he doesn't know me from Adam, you know. But we've become good friends since then. He's given me his glasses. I could put them in the auction later on.
I need to ask you, Chris, before I forget. Clive talked earlier about the fact he is one of the people who've driven the first 12 Lotus cars. Seeing you blast out there halfway to Norwich earlier on in the Type 49, you do sound like you must have driven. You must be the only person who's driven just about every incarnation of the Lotus racing cars.
Well, I have driven quite a few. I think there's either 4 or 5 models that I haven't driven, with the exception, and by coincidence, the first cars that Clive has driven. So it's rather nice that I haven't been in any of those, and that's something which is unique just to Clive and to Colin. But I've been in the right place at the right time and driven, yeah, most of them, road cars as well as racing cars.
How much fun is that? Not the best job in the world?
That's horrible.
What inspires us? The engineering excellence of the Type 72, the finest expression of what analog means, the conviction of the Series 1 Esprit, with one line to define a car. Type 11's purity and the beauty of his streamlined body. And now, we overlaid all of this with cutting-edge technology to forge an even deeper connection between man and machine, and created Lotus Theory 1. A bold step forward in our relentless pursuit of the future.
Thank you very much. So I think we're winding things up. This is the best garden party we've done. The Jim Clark content, the Lotus Cars content, the 50 Esprit, 49R1, which I hope you've enjoyed looking at. Kit Lotus has excelled themselves. We've put an Esprit in the swimming pool for you. I mean, what more can we do? No, but so we just did it because it's just fun. I shouldn't ask what more could we do, because you'll probably come up with an idea. We're not going to stick anything on the roof, but we might come up with something, I don't know. Someone just said, well, why don't we just have the marquee, have a lovely lunch, everyone rocks up as just a lovely lunch and goes home again. I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. But I'm sure Lotus Cars will be here in force, but we'll come up with something. It would be great to see you here again. Thanks so much for coming. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good, safe journey home. Nice and steady on the local roads, please. We don't want to upset the neighbours. When you get to Suffolk, you can go as fast as you like.
Ladies and gentlemen, for an engineer, he doesn't have to do a good job of hosting and throwing a party. Clive Chapman, ladies and gentlemen.